Here's a video about some of the plants we've bought during 2024. It doesn't include all of the plants, some of them are in other videos. But here's a few tips if you're looking to increase your plant stock in your own garden. First, if you're looking to grow a tropical garden, make a list. Don't just go to a garden centre and have a look around and think, I'd like that, I'd like that. You need to know a bit about the plants and what you're looking for in what spot before you even arrive at the garden centre. The thing about lists is that the garden centres will put on display the plants that look good at the time, and you might be looking for stuff that's not looking good at the time, is on a back shelf. You need to know what to look for so you can spot a bargain. The next thing is you don't want to be bringing disease home, so have a quick check over the plant. In general, the garden centres and nurseries that I use, I've never brought anything home. Plant passports are another one. Not all of the garden centres are required to actually supply a plant passport, and if they've got some in stock there with passports on them, they'll be the high risk plants, and they're probably being inspected by DEFRA and what have you, so you really haven't got to worry. You'll notice in the video that we bought most of our plants either early on or late on. The reason is that they're a lot cheaper, especially January, February. We got some really good bargains where things were reduced and stock that they wanted to clear, ready for new stock that they could possibly make more profit on in the summer. Right at the end of the video, we managed to pick up a Monstera delicosa Thai constellation, and we've been after one of these for quite a while. We've seen them £150, probably the cheapest we've seen is £80 at the moment, but our local garden centre at Hudson's Plant Centre, they had them on special offer at £20 for a member. Unbelievable bargain, and it's worth the wait. We've been waiting for one at the right price for a long time, and they've suddenly arrived. When you found the stall with the plants on that you particularly want to buy, it's worth having a bit of a rummage. We tend to look for plants that have got more stems so that they could possibly be split when we get them home. If you split it in two, one might survive, one might not. You can put them in different places and try them out. But it's worth choosing the right plant actually at the nursery. Doing your background reading is also quite important, because some of the plants, if they're expensive and they're quite small or medium sized, it's because they take a long time to grow. You really need to know, should I maybe save up a bit more money and get the plant that's more the size I want, because you simply haven't got the time to wait, especially with some of the very slow growing stuff like tree ferns who maybe only grow an inch or two a year. You might have to wait 20 years to get a decent sized plant. I do find with a lot of plants, the ones that are forced on are quite stressed by the time you've picked them up from the nursery. If they've been forced and made to look big and to get them in time for the seasonal show, and when you get home a few weeks after, they might well lose a few leaves or look a bit sorry for themselves. But don't get too worried about that, because they've been prepared to look their best on show, and they need a bit of a rest. A good example of why it's important to read up on plants before you buy would be the Manihot Grahami that we purchased on mail order. Now, we'd read that they can be quite tricky when you get them. The plant is beautiful when it arrives, or they're fairly small, but they tend to go and lose a few leaves, and it can be quite worrying because they're quite expensive. And we had already prepared for this by getting a little propagator ready, grow lights, ready to put the plant in intensive care should it require it. It got it through that rather difficult post-delivery period, and it's doing fine now. If you're looking to make a list of plants that you want to add to your garden in 2025, our website has lists of plants dividing into categories such as clay soil or full sun or dappled shade or shady areas, and feel free to browse that to get some idea of what you'd like to have in your garden. And the website can be found at www.tropicalgardening.co.uk. If you'd like to help our channel, subscribing is the best way you can do it. It's free to do, and it just gives us that bit of encouragement to carry on making the videos, because they do take quite a long time to make, and I appreciate now what some of the other guys on YouTube are doing and just how long and how much dedication and time they're putting into making their videos. Thanks for watching in 2024, and I hope you have a great year gardening in 2025. Goodbye.